And how that fits in with our goals, when we open our doors, for the first 3 months, we will be providing care just to the benefactors and not to the recipients, and really making sure the clinic runs efficiently. And we are providing outstanding care to benefactors. And then after that, we will open it up to recipients. And I'm going to go back to Michael, who's going to tell you more about being a benefactor.
All right. The big question a lot of folks ask is my donation to the clinic tax deductible? Well, as a clinic, we are a nonprofit benefit corporation, and we're tax exempt in Wisconsin, federal tax exempt status. The question about deductibility, though, really depends on what your donation is. All right. So if you're just making a donation to the clinic, that's a charitable donation. That's tax deductible. If you're going to be a benefactor for the clinic and you make a donation, it really depends on how much you're seen in the clinic. So if you pay the benefactor fee and you come into the clinic 3 times that year, at the end of the year we send out a statement that says you were seen this many times, that's worth this amount in medical services, and the difference in what you did, what you gave as a donation, and the difference in what you received is what would be considered a charitable donation. And again, let me put this disclaimer out there. I am not a tax accountant or a tax attorney. I don't do or prepare taxes. See your tax care professional, okay? My attorneys make me say that, and I can't give tax advice. But in terms of the way this works, I mean, if you own your own business, you can even use this as a deductibility for your business expense if you're covering yourself for insurance. Or, I mean, the other thing is, at the very least, it's a medical expense, and you can deduct it as a medical expense. But I mean, there's different ways of doing it, and like I said, at this point, what I would say, talk to your tax preparer, and they can tell you more definitely how you can benefit from it. But certainly, it's a donation to a charitable organization, and you know, if you ever donated to like PBS during their drive, their telethon or something, and they send you a little something, well, when you get the statement at the end of the year that says you donated to PBS, they'll take that little whatever they sent you off of that amount of donation, okay? And so that's the same thing we do as a clinic. If you donate to the clinic as a benefactor, we'll subtract the services you receive from that, okay? So, do you accept my insurance? That's an easy one. No, we don't. We don't accept or bill any insurances. Benefactors, again, choose to donate to the clinic, and we provide the care, no charge, in our office. The benefactors do need insurance, right? They'll need that secondary high deductible insurance because you never know what's going to happen, right? And the only things that are covered are the things we do in our office. So if you get in an accident and you end up in the emergency room, or if you need to be hospitalized, hospital's not covered. Labs that we don't do in our clinic would need to be covered. So specialist consults, if you need to see a cardiologist, or those things would need to be covered outside of our office. And so you'll need that secondary high deductible insurance. The nice thing is that most people, if they go to this, where they're receiving their primary care in our office, and they can make adjustments to their insurance, in the long run can actually save themselves money. And we'll get into that in a little bit here. The advisory board for our clinic, we have a community-based board. We have a specialist that we like to refer to as our business specialist. He's actually the, some of you may know, Andy Fabian. He's in charge of the dental health, what's it called? Dental Health Associates, yeah. So he's their director. We have an attorney on our board who's here, David Steenan, and some of you may know him. Actually, the Bishop of Madison said he would appoint us a priest as a board member, and he said that until that time, you just use him. So he's really our board of director at this point. So he's on our board until he gives us a name of somebody else. And our advisory committee are many physicians and other folks in the diocese who have been very helpful in getting this clinic as far as we are. Why we're presenting at parishes, Dr. Johnson and myself, we're both Catholic. We feel that this is a corporal work of mercy that we do in serving patients who are uninsured, who need care. We also think it's a benefit to the Catholic community. It's a presence as a Catholic physician and as a Catholic clinic in the community. And so we're committed to practicing consistent with the teachings of the Catholic Church, respecting the dignity of the human being from the moment of conception till natural death. So this is our goal, is to build the culture of life for Madison. Insurance examples. Let me introduce someone else here today. Peg Shannon is a insurance broker, and her business cards there are on the table as well. She has been gracious enough to help us create some examples to make this more concrete, because that's the one thing, like I said, it takes hearing it a couple times and trying to figure out how I can benefit from this. And so these examples will go through that. And I don't, interrupt me if I don't get this right, okay? So Matt and Maggie are both 43. Josh and Joe, their children, 15 and 13. They pay 100% of their health insurance. So they have a $2,500 deductible, and they're paying $849 a month in premiums. They hardly ever meet their deductible. They switched to a high deductible plan, a family deductible of $5,800. Their new premium now drops to $345 a month, which saves them $500 a month. A savings total of $6,000 a year. They join as a couple plus the 3 children, so 2 children. So now they're paying the benefactor fee at $3,300. Okay, so you take the difference in the premium, which is $6,000 a year, and you subtract out what it's going to cost them to be benefactors at $3,300 a year. Now you've got the $2,700 left over, which they can use to meet their deductible, which, again, they hardly ever meet. So they can use that deductible for hospital expenses and other things outside the clinic. But they can now support the clinic and actually have a chance to save money. Very good. Our website, again, ourladyofhopeclinic.org, and on there is our email address, which is Dr. Mike at ourladyofhopeclinic.com and Dr. Ann at ourladyofhopeclinic.com. You can email us questions if you have them. Again, grab the letter of interest, the brochures, the handouts, and my business card is also there, so we can grab that. Well, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you very much for attending today. It's a great opportunity for us to get the word out about this clinic, and we appreciate you coming. Thank you very much.